Here at Edmunds, we own a lot of cars, like 20 cars. And there's a lot we like about them.
Oh.
And there's also stuff we don't like at all about them.
No bueno.
Let's talk about what drives us crazy, why, and which cars we think do it more better. For more info, check out our long-term blog where we own each vehicle for 1 year and tell you what it's like to live with. Now back to you, me. Okay, let's do it all over again. Physical climate controls. You may have heard us talk about this before, and guess what? We haven't changed our minds. Our BMW i5, Rivian R1T, all of our Teslas, and F-150 Lightning all make you go through the touchscreen, and it sucks. Why is it such a big deal? Because you have to take your freaking eyes off the road and fish your way through a touchscreen just to adjust your air, fan speed, temperature, even your seat cooling and or heating. And it's not like they're intuitive touch controls either. All of them are cumbersome or annoying to use. So picture this, you're cruising along on the highway, your AC's on, it's hitting you in the face, and you're like, you know what? I want to spread her out a little bit. I don't want to be hit directly in the face anymore. Well, with the Rivian and the Tesla, there's no little deal on the vents. You have to go into the touchscreen and play this little video game to control the direction of your air, and you can't just do it on the fly. And it means you're taking your eyes off the road, and we don't like it, and please can everyone just stop and chill out with touchscreen controls. Our Lucid Air strikes a good balance. There's a row of switches for the fan speed and temperature controls, and the vents themselves come with those little stalks that you can control where the air's going, like an adult. It's a good compromise that means you don't have to dig through a screen for some basic direction of where you want it to go. For proper old school climate controls, our trucks take it. Both the Chevy Colorado and Toyota Tacoma use knobs and buttons. The controls in the Toyota are just so chunky. At the end of the day, chucking everything into the screen feels cheap and compromises the car's interior for no reason other than aesthetics and a little cost saving. To all the OEMs out there, we're begging, pleading, nay, demanding, please give us knobs and switches for the HVAC. It just makes everything better, all right? Piano black everywhere. A major trend that has plagued cars in general for ages is the abuse of piano black plastic for buttons and interior panels. I hate piano black. You know what I'm saying, Charlie?
I know what you're saying.
Why is it piano black? It's shiny black, because I like pianos.
Yeah.
I'm a fan of anyone who can tickle the old ivories. The Chevy Blazer EV has it, but the biggest offender in our little fleet are the Porsche Macan EV and the BMW i5. The material just sucks. Let me explain why, in case you don't know. They pick up every single fingerprint ever. Dust. Have fun with dust, because it sucks. Oh, just wipe it off with whatever you have in your car. Microfiber, that works, yeah, until the dust scratches and you get spiderwebbing scratches into your piano black. And also, when you're driving, depending on where the beautiful sun is, you get totally blasted in the face. It's not cool, especially when both these vehicles cost around $80,000. Give us anything else. It also just looks and feels cheap, all right? Our F-150 hybrid doesn't have a hint of the stuff, and neither does the Lucid, or our pair of Tesla Model 3s. We love the interior on our EV9, and if you look around, you won't find any piano black. We keep talking about how the EV9 has a luxury interior. The fact is, not having piano black in your car's interior makes it look and feel more expensive than it is. And we're pretty sure no one's gonna complain about it. Let's talk pop-out door handles. Our Lucid, Fisker, and all of the Teslas have door handle designs that are just frustrating to use because of how unreliable they end up being. Our Cybertruck doesn't even have door handles. It's just a touch button by the door because Tesla didn't want to carve a door handle shape into the stainless steel body. But even if it did, if it had pop-out door handles, it would suck. We've had trouble getting into cars with pop-out door handles time and again. The Fisker has been an incessant offender here, refusing to let us in for minutes on multiple occasions. Early software versions of our Lucid had the issue as well, but it's gotten better over time. Keep it simple, because these systems can just be so stupid.
This driver's door, should add, appears to have seized. I'm going to try locking it. Lock it. Unlock it. Back in the game.
A good example of how to do it is the i5. The door handles itself is flush, but there's a little cutout for your hand to slide into and then pop what is essentially a latch. It works perfectly every time, and you're not stuck waiting for a handle to present itself. Thank you, BMW. Now everyone else, feel free to go copy them. I want door handles that go like this. Not like this, not like this, open like this. Oversensitive and inconsistent driver aids. Look, until we get to a point where everyone can access a fully autonomous car, and that's a long way off, by the way, at some point you're gonna have to, drive your car. That means the driver aids we do have need to add to the driving experience by easing driver fatigue, not distract from it and ruin your zen. Inconsistent and oversensitive aids are freaky. Not knowing if or when the emergency automatic braking system is gonna jam on the brakes and give you a mini heart attack isn't exactly aiding anything except your cardiologist's payroll. One of the biggest culprits here is a car we recently added to our year-long fleet, the Hyundai Santa Fe. Hyundai's driver aids have often been too aggressive, but it feels like they ratcheted things way up a notch with the Santa Fe when they really needed to dial it all back. The lane keep assistant is constantly trying to rip the steering wheel out of your hands. And when you finally gave up and let it do its own thing, you're constantly being bounced back and forth between lane lines. It's both exhausting and nauseating in a way that makes you want to turn it all off. Not only that, but I was backing out of my driveway when it decided that the ground, the thing that never moves, was a moving car of all things. It jammed on the brakes and sent my passenger's head snapping and gear flying. Our Chevy Blazer EV has done the exact same thing too, deciding that it needs to save you from backing out of your driveway when there's nothing behind you but open road and slamming on the brakes. Our Macan and i5 are good examples of the way it should be. They don't freak you out when nothing's wrong, and if you do need a little correction, they just place their little hand on your shoulder and say, hey, look up, just pay attention, we're here for you. And we like that, and we want more of that, please. Next up, poorly tuned plug-in hybrid systems. Good plug-in hybrids exist, just not in our fleet. You might have heard all about our adventures with the Jeep Grand Cherokee 4xe. If you haven't, check out just how bad it all went wrong. It wasn't all bad, but the powertrain itself was easily the worst part of the experience. Well, aside from the reliability. But don't take my word for it. Here's some comments from our long-term logbooks. Less than stellar. The Jeep was jumpy. Acceleration is decidedly less muscular. But it's not the only clunky, poorly tuned plug-in hybrid we've welcomed into our garage. The Mazda CX-90 can be had with a lovely, buttery smooth, straight six. Or, you guessed it, a jerky, under-refined plug-in hybrid setup with a rattly old four-cylinder. While we haven't had any reliability issues with the Mazda to report so far, the unrefined powertrain tuning that defined the Jeep's driving experience is alive and well here. Our staffers said the Mazda's powertrain fails to meet you, and that it feels flat and reluctant. It's safe to say we weren't a fan of the execution of either plug-in hybrid. In truth, there isn't a good example of a better plug-in hybrid in our fleet right now, but there are plenty out there. We really like the Chevy Volt we had way back in 2016, and the current Prius Prime is arguably the best plug-in out there, regardless of price point. They both do a great job of feeling smooth when the battery's topped up and not feeling clunky or gutless when it comes time to integrate the gas engine and electric power. And that's how a good plug-in should be. So for now, we'll just take extra care the next time we're deciding on a PHEV for a year-long test. And that's it. Just a few of our biggest gripes that we get to experience every single day. Now tell me, what are your automotive pet peeves? Because there's probably plenty more out there, and we need to talk about it because they need the feedback, we need to vent, we need to start a community, and we need to make some positive change, like getting rid of piano black. Thanks for watching, and until next time, have a good one.